Hey guys.
Good morning.
It is. I don't even know what day it is. It is
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Why does it feel like it feels like a Wednesday to me?
It has been. You know what? Sunday was a very, very long day. I think Sunday. Yesterday was. We actually did absolutely nothing yesterday. Nothing at all.
No, we did do something. We did the show.
Yeah, we did the show, and then we went back to bed, and I think we got out of the bed around really, really trifling time, like 5:30.
I woke up at
2:30.
2:30. Remember you guys yesterday I was telling you that I had my pajamas on yesterday because after the show I was getting back into bed. I wasn't lying. Got back into bed.
Yeah, so it was a much day of relaxation. We really didn't do too much. We did take an opportunity to look at some of the news briefings that's going on. We had took a break from it just because a lot of things were going on. And one of the things they were talking about was Dr. Fauci.
They sure were. They sure were. I looked down at my screen and all of my notes kind of like disappeared for a second. So, yes, they were talking about Dr. Fauci. Wondering now, and I have been saying that Dr. Fauci, when he's Dr. Anthony Fauci. He's the one that I listen to. When he comes on, I stop, drop, and roll to listen to what he has to say. But I'm kind of concerned. Is he pivoting right now? Because apparently, according to him, someone asked him what he thought was a hypothetical question. And so he gave what he thought was a hypothetical answer that kind of insinuated that maybe if the president had acted sooner, some of these things that we're experiencing and the deaths that we're experiencing due to this outbreak, the numbers wouldn't have been so high. And then yesterday, Trump goes on and his thing is, what was it? Fire Fauci, #fire.
He tweeted that.
It tweeted.
Yeah.
It might be time to fire Fauci. And so, yesterday at this, I don't even watch. I don't even watch the presidential updates. I'm gonna be honest because I believe nothing that comes out of his mouth. But what caught my attention before Kevin went to change the channel was Fauci was the first person to speak, and he began to, shall I say, pivot.
I think you could tell he was under pressure. He didn't necessarily renege on his statement. He just tried to bring a neutral clarification to it, which I think definitely you could tell he was in an uncomfortable position, and the powers that be must have pressed him on, making sure that he fixed the truth. One of the things that I realize is this particular president doesn't like anybody that's going to tell the truth. If you're going to tell the truth and it's not going to put him in a good light, he tends to he goes back to his what was the reality show, The Apprentice days, where he just wants to fire you. So Dr. Fauci, we are definitely the Candy and Kev show are praying for you, man.
But listen, the one thing he did say though, is when one of the reporters did ask him, "Are you being pressured to change your statements?" He's like, "Come on now, you guys know me. I'm not going to change for anyone."
But he looked agitated when he said that, which I've never seen that particular side of him. So you can definitely tell it's something happened in the background. So we definitely are praying for him because he has been with a couple of different presidents. So he's very knowledgeable. He went through a couple of different, I don't want to say pandemics because I don't think we had.
He went through the AIDS. He helped navigate us through AIDS pandemic. Helped us to navigate through H1N1, through all these things. He is a world-renowned virologist. He is the director at NIH, and so he knows what he's talking about. So he is definitely not one that we want to lose in this whole giving us the truth, because he knows what he's talking about.
Yes. Now it's that particular time in the show where my wife always says this, y'all. Y'all see it on the screen. I need you to hit that share button for us.
Come on, y'all. Hit that share button.
And you can find us on
all. You to hit that share button.
Yes, you can find us on all of our social media sites up on the screen. So thank you for that. Listen, it's definitely we typically on Tuesdays, for a long time we were calling this Relationship Tuesday. where we would sit down and we would discuss certain things in relationships. And we realized that a lot of people are going through a lot of different things. So on this Relationship Tuesday, we have 5 ways to survive being quarantined with your partner, according to a couples therapist. This particular couples therapist that we actually did some research on, her name is Dr. Let's take a look. Amy Morin. She's a psychotherapist, mental strength coach, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm not even going to go over right now. But she was the one that set up this particular thing for a magazine. So, Candy, let's get into some of these 5 tips.
So I'm going to look here on this screen because the way my eyes are set up, Candy can't see anything on that screen. But some of the tips that she gave, 5 ways to survive 5 ways to survive being quarantined with your partner. And this again is advice from the couples therapist. Number 1, she says, help each other deal with the emotional roller coaster. There are definitely emotional roller coasters going on. One day y'all loving each other. 1 minute, 1 hour y'all in love. The next hour, not right before the show came. We woke up like, hey, right before the show came on, I was like,
And then even with the emotional roller coasters, it's like I had a moment yesterday where I had to be transparent with my wife and just be like, yo, I'm supposed to be the strong person, but I'm having a weak moment right now, and I'm kind of nervous about certain things. So you got to be able to balance that out. But and I told her, I was like, wait a minute, both of us can't be the same way.
He was bringing up things, and I forgot my therapeutic training. I forgot my therapeutic because I was in Candy wife mode. He started bringing up things. I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He's like, wait, Candy.
I said, I need you to be that 80% because I'm 20 right now.
Because one thing that Kevin and I are big proponents of, we don't believe in the marriage is 50-50. As far as 50%, we believe that sometimes marriages are 80-20. Sometimes all a person has to give is 20, so you have to be that 80. Sometimes it's 60-40. Sometimes it's, whatever. So just being supportive during that emotional roller coaster. The second tip was practice healthy coping skills. So that's not, and it's actually going to lead into something else that we're going to be discussing today. And it's not necessarily suggesting that you go and you sip some wine every time. So healthy coping skills. So for us, for the first couple of days after we found out that Kevin was laid off permanently laid off because
Just put my business all out in the atmosphere.
Because of the economic crises, we sat down for a minute and then we got up and we did something fun and to made us laugh. We did that koala challenge.
Yeah, so we almost
epic fail.
Yeah, almost broke Candy's neck.
But healthy coping skills. We bought a pack of on our last trip to the market. We ended up going to like either BJ's or Walmart, and we bought a pack of Uno cards, and so just doing different things, watching a good movie together. The third thing is just think about the stories that you'll have to be able to, you'll have the opportunity to talk about down the road. I mean, all of us are going to have our own stories of this is how we made it. Yeah. So, and it's so funny because it's going to be like when we heard our grandparents and our great grandparents talk about how they made it through the Depression or these things. Now we're going to have our own stories. Guess what? Our kids are going to have their stories. And just so taking pictures, chronicling this time, thinking about the creative meals that you made. And I'm going to get to that in a second. But the other number 4 is this is the opportunity for you to grow closer together because you don't have all the outside noise of everybody else infiltrating your marriage, your relationship. So this is when you have an opportunity to really get to know one another and to really and for the empty nesters, especially because, Kevin and I married young, so we've always had our kids with us. And so now during this quarantine, it's...
Most of the time, it's just me and her. Like our son, he lives with us, but sometimes he goes in his room. We don't see him until we hear the toilet flushing or the microwave going off. Mm-hmm. So it's just like us hearing by ourselves. So it's amazing because, honestly, you will never I don't think ever again have time like this. It's been
Uninterrupted.
uninterrupted. It's been what, over 30 days that we've
That's
been in the
long.
home together. And
Actually, it's I got you. It's 30 days. And no, it's 33 days that we've been, because remember
30,
we were shut in a
yeah,
little
so
earlier.
33 days. And and you also have to know when to give your partner some space.
Yes.
Because you're in a confined area, sometimes you got to be like, you know what, I'm going to go upstairs, I'm going to let her chill, watch her little program, I'm going to go downstairs. Give yourself some space so you won't get to the place where you just sick of each other. It's just like, you know what, if you breathe one more again. Like, so definitely, but I will say this, it has been an amazing journey. We've learned more about each other, and we've been able to take advantage of this
so
time.
that was it.
Yeah.
So those were the 5 tips according to Dr. Amy. Again, she's the psychotherapist. But what we do realize is that for some, this is going to be a trying time to be in the home with your partner, your spouse, because maybe things were a little volatile before this whole pandemic came to be, this whole quarantine came to be. And some are not as fortunate as to be able to find their home to be a safe haven. There are resources for you. I think it's this one. Yes, we're just trying to make sure that we put the information up there. So we understand that for everyone, it's not, like I was saying before, your house might not be a safe haven and you're wondering what to do, and who you can talk to. We've put the National Domestic Violence Hotline number up on the screen because we understand that we don't want to take it for granted that being stuck in the house with someone is always a pleasant thing. A person could be stuck in the house with an abuser. It could be the husband that's the abuser, the male that's the abuser. It could be the female that's the abuser. So that is a resource. The services are available 24/7 in over 200 languages. So that is a national number that you can call. They are also offering a safe space. If it's a really bad situation, they are offering sterile quarantine safe spaces if you are in a situation that you really need to get out of the house because it's that volatile.
And ladies, I want to speak really quickly to you guys. Him putting his hands on you is not a sign of affection, and he loves you. You do not have to stay in an abusive relationship. Make sure you get out, because if he hits you one time, it's going to become aggressively worse. So get out while you actually have the chance. Even if in the time that we're in the pandemic, this particular hotline is still open to help you get out of that situation. So listen, one of the things that we've realized too is a lot of people are working from home and trying to cope with dealing with their kids while they're working from home. And what they're saying, according to a news article that we read, TMZ, I believe it might have been on, that people are boozing or drinking while they're working from home. So it's definitely something different. People are definitely drinking on the job. It's a little bit different. So if you actually call somebody and they're working from home and their speech sounded a little slurred, it's not the corona. It's the real corona that they drink. It's the real corona that they drink.
So statistics have shown that there are statistics that they definitely one of the industries that's thriving right now is the at-home liquor, wines and spirits delivery. Also, we know that some of the local beer, wine distributors, they're still staying open. So they're just saying that they are seeing an uptick in people who have, I guess they sent a poll out, and people are saying that they have their wine right next to their computer, and they're just typing away. So that's another thing that is going on. How are you managing? What are you doing to get through?
Man, listen. You know what? I had to catch myself because I've never been a drinker or anything like that, but my thing has been eating sweets. So I had to actually catch myself from going back in the cabinet, grabbing something, and I was like, you know what? I see the people that might indulge in alcohol
Addictions
or
and
be an
things.
addiction, I can see how they can go to that. So I had to really kind of put on the brakes because, as you know, because my wife put my business all out there, I'm diabetical.
And he really knows the word is diabetic, but we call it diabetical.
So I had to really put the brakes on, take my medication that I needed to take, and do
The-
my due diligence to make sure I'm healthy.
And in the first 2 weeks, because Kevin and his friends, his group of guy friends, Kevin told his friends, my wife don't cook. It's not that I don't, hold on. It's not that I don't know how to cook. It's just that I've been cooking since I was 9 or 10 years old. And then I had the kids and I was always cooking. So then I got to a point where I was like, I'm not cooking anything else unless I feel like it. But with this quarantine, I began to get back into my cooking bag. And in the first 2 weeks, I made homemade, from scratch, peach cobbler. And Kevin was like, Candy, I think you're trying to kill me. I'm not even supposed to be eating this stuff.
Yeah, it was good. I had a few portions of it. But then I have to give her credit. On Friday, we were talking about people making potato salad. And Candy said, I can make potato salad. And I was like,
y'all, what he said was that I don't have the flab.
I was like,
I might have to hit up Moses.
That's why that potato salad was good.
Shut up. He said I didn't have enough underarm fat in order
if
to
you
make
didn't have,
potato
if it
salad.
don't shake. But let me tell you, she made potato salad on Sunday, and me and the kids was like, and it actually.
Why you say actually?
Because we never made potato salad. I've been married to this woman for 26 years going on, and she has never made potato salad in all of our marriage. So for her to say I can make potato salad and then made it and it was good, I was kind of like shocked. So shout out to Candy, her potato salad. And I told, let me finish, baby. And I told her, I said, look, she said, well, can I take this to around other people?
I said, can I take this to the barbecue?
And I was like, baby, you got it. You can take this to the barbecue.
And you know what I did though? What I did was I waited until he was on the couch taking a nap to make it, because what happens is my husband hijacks my recipes. But I am the granddaughter of a chef. And so every summer I spent my summers, my siblings and I spent our summers at our grandfather's house, and he was a chef in the Navy, and then when he came out, he was an awesome chef. So we know how to cook, but it's just I don't always feel like cooking. But
speaking of Sundays, this Sunday was Easter, and in the city of New York, they're still supposed to be on a quarantine. But Tracy Morgan, and Tracy Morgan, man, do us a favor. Stay out of automobiles, man. Stay out of automobiles.
And then he's in the nice ones.
Yeah,
too.
like this is like his second situation where it's there, baby.
Okay.
It's the second situation where he had an incident with his automobile where I think he said somebody walked into his car or something like that. So they begin, and you'll see the video. Thanks to TMZ, we have the video.
Before we go into that video.
I can't pause.
Okay.
You'll see the video on the screen in a few seconds. How if you just look at this, and y'all know y'all probably can't hear me, but you know what? We're gonna take that video off because it ain't working right. So, but according to the video, he had an altercation with a pedestrian that he almost ran into
in a Lambo.
But the funny thing was, the cops pulled up and then they didn't get out their car. They just beeped and said, "Man, go, y'all keep it moving," and just kept it moving. So Tracy Morgan, do us a favor. Stay out of the car, man, because you already got a lawsuit from Home Depot, all these other places. Not Home Depot, Walmart. So I took it off already. Okay. So stay out of cars, man. So we'll put up that video footage in our comments later. So listen, everybody. It's finally official. Bernie Sanders is endorsing Joe Biden. He announced it. I think it was yesterday.
Yes, he did. He announced it yesterday that he is endorsing Joe Biden. That he's endorsing.
There we go. We back, y'all.
See, I was trying to help my husband, but he was giving me the ill. See, this is the coping skills. Just now, I noticed on his little machinery he has over here. I'm like, baby, it's still showing a black screen. Screen's black. And even
so if y'all can hear us, we here. Just hold on. It's technical difficulty.
I was trying to tell Kevin, the screen's black. And what y'all didn't see, because the screen was black, he was looking like, and I'm like, no, this screen is still black. See? So we're learning how to, day 33. I ain't going to tell y'all what's in this cup.
What's in the cup? Girl, that ain't nothing but some OT.
No, it's not. But
Well, you told the Saints Candy on the job. Her job knows she's boozing already on the job.
It's coffee. So in any event, Tracy Morgan's out here with these Lambos getting into these situations. So maybe he might want to just go ahead and get like a regular person's car. Get a
driver, bruh.
Oh.
Get a driver, because I mean, I think it was last year he had with his Bugatti. He had a similar situation in New York. So, bro, get a driver, get an Uber, like get an Uber Plus, whatever. Like,
listen, Kevin will drive for you. I mean, he ain't got no job right now, so Kevin will drive for you.
And this is the thing, man. Like, you know, like, I mean, just stay out of the cars, brother. Like, you just ain't like, you know. We love you though, brother, and you can't fool with comedians because they'll clown you later.
They will.
We do love you, man. We just want to see the best possible for you. So listen.
One of the things, Kevin, because while we were segueing over into the story about Tracy Morgan and you were talking about the potato salad, someone wants to know, did I make potato salad or did I make tater salad?
So I don't know the difference, y'all. Y'all got me there.
Tater salad is apparently with the good.
Okay. So white folk make potato salad. Big Mama make tater salad, so she made tater salad. She made taters, and it was delicious, y'all. So listen, we're excited for our next musical guest, man. Listen, we have been honored to have certain people that we love and we adore, talented, that have been doing videos in their home, man. And this is one that Candy, you've known this young lady.
I actually babysat this young lady when I was in high school. She used to come up for the summers to stay with my former pastor, Bishop Thomas James Martin Jr. And this is their lovely granddaughter, TobyVent. And here she goes.
Test 1, 2, 3, hey. Here we go. Dream about my future, what I wanna do and where I wanna be. It's not all figured out yet, but I know you got to be here with me. No matter what we go through, I'm always by your side. You don't have to question my love. Stand on the left while I on the right here with you. No one else will do, only you. I wanna be with you, I wanna be with you, I wanna be with you. No one else will do, only you. I wanna be with you, I wanna be with you. Come on, just rock. Here we go. Look how far we've come, so far from where we started out. Both grown together, so proud of the man you become. No matter what we go through, I'm always by your side. You don't have to question my love. Steering on the left, while I'm riding on the right here with you. Hey, no one else will do, only you. I wanna be with you, I wanna be with you, I wanna be with you. Here we go. No one else.
That was TobyVent, and I'm proud to say I was one of her babysitters back. You know, it don't even matter. Don't worry how long ago it was, but that was TobyVent. So proud of her and what she's doing. You can check her out TobyVent on Instagram and see keep up with what she's doing. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, TobyVent. Ain't gonna put your government name out there.
And you guys make sure every day y'all tuning in because we are going to have someone either from giving advice, someone musical talent, someone. We even have healthcare professionals that are going to be coming on. So make sure you tune in every day because you never know what Candy and Kev might who they might have on. And if you're a talented person or if you have something that you want to do, hit me up in my inbox.
This is the time.
Yes.
If you are a creative and you're like, people won't put me on. One thing about Candy and Kev is we are always rooting for the unsung heroes. We are always rooting for those who are overlooked because we've experienced that being overlooked. So listen, hit Kevin in his DM. I don't check my DMs no more because
and I'm gonna tell you, and what the heck? And I'm gonna check your DM now. And what I'm looking for, something that I'm looking for very soon, is a spoken word artist to talk about, to do a piece on what's happening right now. So I need a dope spoken word artist to do a piece on what's going on right now.
And I know about 11 spoken word artists, but I want you all to step up. This is your time. One thing our Latoya Strollman talks about, and even our good friend PJ Owens talks about, that for the creators, and I have a community of creators, this is the time right now that if you're a creative and you ain't got nothing but time, time and sprint and all of, they not cut nobody's phone off.
So this is the time.
This is the time. So we would love to feature your art, your creativity. Hey Nate, why ain't you sent us nothing yet, bro? From the Long Island.
Speaking of Nate, he's one of the producers that produced our theme song. But tomorrow, KB Bridges, the person that sang the theme song, will be our special musical guest. So make sure you tune in. Also, and speaking back to when my wife was talking about creatives, I talked to the CEO of Jam Network yesterday, the station where we're going to be having the Candy Kev show on. He's excited. He's working some different deals out. He went through something with himself. But he told me yesterday, he said, listen, in this time, if people that are creative aren't doing something, I don't want to work with them. He said, because this is the time that you need to put your best. He said, I love what you guys are doing. He said, I'm excited to have the Candy and Kev show on our network. He said, we're going full force as soon as these particular situations are lifted.
And guess what? We have to say this. And Toya, this is especially for you. Thank you for hammering it into our heads and getting on my nerves. Thank you for just beating it over our heads, because we got up out of the bed, got out of our slump, because I'm gonna be honest, I was one that I felt myself getting into a depression. And we got up out of the bed and do what God had gifted us to do, be creative. And guess what? I'm feeling so much better. Tomorrow we're gonna talk a little more about, because we didn't get a chance to get into it, we're gonna talk a little more about Bernie Sanders endorsing Joe Biden.
And what that means to the Democratic Party.
What that means. But as for today's show, thank you for tuning in. For those who don't know, our show was only a half an hour for right now. People have been telling us we need more. But this is what you're getting for now. So tell your friends, get on at 8:30 because we're off in a half an hour. We love you. Thanks for supporting. Before you go, can you please do me a favor and hit that share button? One more time, everybody. Say it with me. Come on, hit that share button. We love you, and a thing that you can do about it. We'll see you tomorrow, where our special musical guest will be none other than KB Bridges, all the way from Long Island. Until tomorrow, peace.
Candy and Kev. Candy and Kev. Candy and Kev. Get ready. Here we go. It's the show you've been waiting for. I know you've been waiting. Just sit back, you will see. You're gonna want some.